Oh god, is it late today? Oh, motherfuck. Alright, game. Look. Is there any chance that this can just be an easy one, like yesterday's? Nice and quick so I have time to, relax a little bit before the next level of hell starts. It's double-sided page. Well, there goes the chances of that. Oh well, worth hoping, I suppose. Anyway, here we go. 17th December. You leave the door to the dark room ajar as requested. I still don't know who, and quite frankly, I think I should be absolutely fucking petrified that there's just something randomly living in the dark in the North Pole. Sorry, South Pole. And follow a narrow corridor to a door that looks familiar. A relieved cry escapes as you enter. You knew it. You've arrived at Santa's study. Finally, he's sitting, face flushed, at his desk, rummaging through a huge pile of documents. "I'm so glad you're here," he calls out, and, after this brief greeting, he gets straight to the point. "I'm desperately confused by the operating instructions from I.M. Burns." Who or what is I.M. Burns again, boss? I feel like there's something weird about that name, but I just can't place it. Who or what is I.M. Burns again, boss? You ask, confused. Well, it's the security company that sold us the anti-detection system way back when, explained Santa Claus, adding irritably, "These operating instructions are a joke. They are full of riddles. I almost get the impression that they had fun thinking up new ones over and over again. I mean, locking mechanism. What a silly idea." Angrily, he sweeps up some loose pages from the desk. "But something else is more important to you than the operating instructions by I.M. Burns." "Boss," you ask urgently, "what's the deal with this giant that you mentioned earlier?" "Ah, yes, the giant," says Santa Claus. "In the beginning, it wasn't a giant at all, but rather he seemed to be a perfectly normal person walking towards the workshop, which in itself would have been bad enough. So I pushed that red emergency button, the heart of Burns' security system." He snorts derisively. "The security system. After I pressed the button, in seconds the guy became huge, incredibly big, inhumanly big. And what's more, it seems I also triggered this terrible earthquake and snowstorm, and now it's so awfully quiet." It goes on for it's almost a double pager. You look closely at your boss. Although he seems extremely tense, he does still seem sane. As crazy as it sounds, there may be something to his story. "Just now," Santa Claus continues, "I checked the operating instructions and found out that there is a secret command center somewhere that we must find. You'll have to do that. In the meantime, I'll deal with the monster outside and try to lure it away somehow." "But how am I supposed to find this secret room, boss?" you ask helplessly. "Just follow the clues. Incidentally, we have the security company to thank for those, too. Riddles. Nothing but riddles. Just waiting till I get my hands on them. But that doesn't help us now. Just make your way onwards, door by door. You can do it." So these riddles aren't coincidental. They're actually designed this way. Fuck this company. With that, Santa Claus once again delves into the documents. "Giants," he murmurs, leafing through the pages. "The best way to deal with giants." You'd better let him work and get on with your own journey. A small, pale yellow pad falls out from the piles of paper on the desk. You have to smile. Santa Claus orders these practical sticky notes with Christmas magic from the future. The boss obviously likes stationery, and he loves these little sticky notes. He calls them Post-its or something like that. He likes to write all sorts of messages on them and attach them in such a way that he can always keep an eye on them. Just like you. So this may be where those post-it notes finally come in handy. Now open door 17. Behind you will find 3 riddle cards, Q1 to Q3, and 1 block of post-it notes. Ah, boy. Where is even door 17? Right down here. The last door on the bottom. Oddly enough, one of the few doors that has actually remained oddly untouched. There's only one more door that actually hasn't seen a hell beaten out of it. So, what do we have here? The inner picture this time is a generic person with a light bulb. I'd say over the head, but if my thumb is the head and the finger is the person's outstretched arm, the light bulb's sitting right here. So, I don't know. But it gives the point of an idea. And they weren't kidding about a pack of post-it notes. They actually are sitting here. Useful for later. Maybe. Wow, okay. Okay. It's 3 different post-it notes with different things on them. First, let's check inside the box. There's dear old Santa, looking like how I feel. The globe on the right side of the room. Some holly? It's the green shit. On the roof. A few post-it notes behind him which are illegible. Some paper on the ground which is also illegible. Ooh, and another post-it note. Blackberry tea with Rudolph every day at 3 p.m. With the B and the 3 bolded. Oh, God. Okay. Finally, the riddle cards. Phone Auntie Erna at 1 p.m. on Thursday. The E and the 1 are bolded. Always make pancakes with 3 eggs, 3E. Never eat more than 5 gingerbread houses. Good advice in general. 5G. Order Harry Potter book 5. Bet you know when this game came out. No, not really. H5. Gained 5 kilograms on the cookie diet. 5D. Saturday will be 3 degrees. Don't forget woolly hat. 3H. In emergencies, implement the 2-phase alarm protocol. E2. Don't tell good jokes more than 3 times. G3, but the 3 is a word. Mike needs 5 more ballpoint pens. 5B. Punch 2 more holes in the brown belt. 2B. Or not 2. Yeah. Water house plants 1 at a time per week. H1. Eggnog ice cream has 400 calories. Wonder if that's true. Anyway, E4. Take Ben's broom back to the first floor. B1. Meeting room 1 needs donuts every morning. 1D. Sprinkle eco-safe glitter onto every second coat. G2. And then Rudolph. Blackberry tea with Rudolph every day at 4. I feel like I should probably write that one down. Oh, sorry, every day at 3 p.m. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. Okay. I don't know where to start here. I even have my own post-it notes here. $2 for Alex's birthday. 6 cinnamon sticks, 1 bar of chocolate, 3 gingerbread. 3 days for Christmas, polished dance floor. Again with the 3 as a word. House keys, check 4 locks. Keep electricity at level 5. 4th May, party at Benno's house. I don't know. Room 5 was the gift packing room, but it didn't have 5 cards. It only had 1 or 2 tops. Room 1 didn't have a 3 either. Or room 1 I don't think had an E. Room 1 was actually room 1 probably did have an E, but that doesn't change anything. Huh. None of these. I have no eggs. Auntie Erna might be one of the people in the photo gallery, but that doesn't mean anything to me. Within 5 gingerbread houses. 5 kg on the cookie diet. 3 degrees. Don't forget the woolly hat. She's the 2-phase alarm protocol. And then you randomly break it by having the word 3 as opposed to a letter. As opposed to being a number 3. But the only other one that breaks is 3D and then G3. Those are the only 2 that break the numbers as numbers convention. And I have a thing of post-it notes here. For what it's worth, they all seem to be blank. I mean, there's something I'm really missing here. These are about the same size approximately as the ones on my desk here, but I don't know. These top ones aren't even fucking sticky. I got it from the wrong end or something? Well, nothing's coming through if I lay a sticky note on top of it. My hell, it doesn't even stick that well. Stir. Something I'm missing here? It's certainly not in Santa's workshop. Nothing here lines up with what I have. 1G. One of these even have an A in it? Two A, 4B, 3D, 1G. We have 2 4s though. House key, check 4 locks. Am I supposed to... There's a phone and a microphone beside him, but... Again, the wall inside is damaged. I can move it, but there's nothing there. That leads on to more of that. I'm 3 days before Christmas, polished dance floor. I mean, at least one of these has a dance floor. Was it number 5? No, number 6. No. Not number 2. 2 is the pneumatic pipes. Number 7 is the conference room. It was fairly early on, wasn't it? Number 4? No, number 4 is the dance hall. I mean, I don't know. It's like I have no idea here. I know the answer is under it, but nothing is under that, and I can't exactly polish it. Even the lights on top don't seem to do anything. I don't know what to do here. Like stationery, he leaves these little sticky notes. He calls them post-it or something like that. I actually missed on them, attach them in such a way that he can always keep an eye on them. Just like you. Whatever one I was just on. Number 6 does have an eye. But that is the library. Nothing to be said there. And none of this works. This would again also be the first time that an eyeball has come into play here. Throwing picks and sets come into play here. I don't know. I don't have a way that you can always keep an eye on them, just like you. What am I don't. I need a hint. I don't really have a starting point here. Too many bolded letters and numbers. I could write them down, but and why do I have actual post-it notes then? I see an H H5. I see an H3. 3G, 3D. I have an H1. I have a G2. Am I supposed to write these out? And then put them somewhere? Those pictures are being held up by tape, but no, number 6 is I. Has the magnifying glass. Didn't I need the magnifying glass for this up here for the filing room? What was the 6th story here? Which... The 6 was the one where I needed the magnifying glass, where I guess that's the great idea. But if that's the case, then I'm using the clue of the light bulb here. Am I supposed to... Hold on. This might get a little awkward. Hold on a moment, please. This really doesn't seem likely, though. No? No. Nothing, I thought. Once again, it would be the first time I've had to... see through them, which is a little weird. I have to go for a clue. I don't know what I'm doing. I have so many bolded letters and numbers that... And it's not even a matter of, 5 H's, 5 G's, 3 E's, 1 E, 5 D's, whatever. You don't. And again, what are the post-it notes for? I can throw post-it notes everywhere on here, but it ain't gonna mean a thing. Even if I'm... I see my post-it notes, but then why do I have a bunch of his? Alright, first clue. This bumps my usage up to 8. Characters are in bold. Think of all the things you do with such practical sticky notes. For example, write down things you need to remember. After that, you need to stick them somewhere to keep an eye on them. But where? Look, there is some writing on the riddle cards. Have you noticed that some of the characters are bold? Well, yeah, but unless I'm writing them all down and slapping them on the advent box, which I already said. Like, I have no idea. Clue 2. Bold characters and other cards act like coordinates. E1, E3, 5G, and so on. What could they refer to? Did you notice that there are some yellow sticky notes on the inside of the box lid? They also contain bold print, and they match the positions where the sticky notes are stuck. Now, place... In other words, with their help, you can develop a coordinate system. Now, place on a sticky note for each coordinate on the 3 riddle cards. Do you notice anything? So, yeah, okay, write them down. Oh, talk about a time waster. Alright, Santy, let's get some work done here, shall we? E1. Which would put this up here. Next up is E3. 2, 3. So this is obviously going to have to go with what's missing. Five G. Five H. I don't even have enough sticky notes for this. 5D, and I'd like the record to point out, I did call to write these down. 5D. So that makes it up to 2, from 7 I'm up to 9. 3H, which would put it over here. So there must be 2, there must be 3 that are missing for whatever reason. 2E, 2E. Again, why is there a 3 worded out instead of written out? 3G, which would just go right here. Five B. Huh. No C's so far. There's no C's. Two B. Very popular character in some communities. One H. Yeah, notice there's no C's here. Huh. I wonder if that's just a coincidence. E4. Just go somewhere around there. Once again, do I even have enough for this? B1. One D, and yeah, I know I've been screwing around with my whole numbering system this entire time. Been trying to keep it number letter, but sometimes I've been messing up. It's 2G. Then finally, what is it? B3. B. No. I have D1 in a very wrong place. E1 definitely needs to go higher up. Assuming it will stick, which it doesn't appear to. And 3G needs to go here. Two B3, B4, B5. No C's. Only 1A. 3 D's. 5 E's. 4 G's and 4 H's. No A, no 1A, no 1C, no 2C, no 2D, no 2H, no 3A, no 3C, no 4A, no 4D, no 4G, no 5A, no 5C. A lot of the A's are missing, but there's a lot of singular post-it note left. Am I missing something here? No, nothing on there. One M. I am Burns could be 1M. But that puts it off the board. B is full. E is full. And those are the only ones that are full. B and E are full. H is missing 1. G is missing 1. D is missing 2. And A is missing 4. And And again, why is number 3? Why is 3 a word? I don't get what I'm not seeing here. Five pens, 4 Benno. What was 3B? Three hats, good joke, followed by point, 2 brown. Oh right, blueberry tea with Rudolph at 3. B2 was brown belt. B1 was broom. What am I? It's like I make a grid of this. A1, B, C, D, E. There's no F, but there is a G and an H. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after I draw these out here, we have a mark on A2, we have a mark all throughout B, nothing on C, D has 1, 3, 5, is it 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm looking at 1, 3, 5, aren't I? Wow, talk about not seeing the forest through the trees and oh fucking god, almost 40 minutes. The book will probably tell you, but I'm looking at 1, 3, 5, aren't I? So whatever, that's 9, assuming I'm correct. Now from Santa's workshop, upper left, upper left, upper left. Moon, circle, Y. That would be correct. Number 18. Lisa's post-it notes finally came into goddamn play. Yeah, I'm not very good at seeing space things like that. I was looking at the gaps, not the limbs themselves. Guess it took putting it on paper for me to figure it out. But I guess for what it's worth, I technically have 1 to 2 post-it notes left over, but oh, I have 2 post-it notes left over. Good if I lose one. Good if I lost one, and one that just doesn't stick. Anyway, let's finally look at the solution here. Because, yeesh. Okay. Wow, these are thick pages. And yeah, it means I can finally show this to you. Yeah, solution. There are already 6 sticky notes printed on the inside of the calendar box. They will help you to find the right spaces for your coordinate system. There are 8 columns from A to H and 5 rows from 1 to 5. The same coordinates you will find on row cards Q1 to Q3. Place a sticky note for every coordinate in the corresponding space. Don't forget the sticky notes on the wall of room 17. Done. The result should look something like this. Well, so much for today's being an easy one.